Bartini Beriev VVA-14 is an experimental Soviet aircraft that combined the capabilities of a seaplane, a conventional aircraft, and a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. Designed by Robert Bartini, an Italian-born Soviet aircraft designer, the VVA-14 was a groundbreaking project that aimed to create a versatile aircraft with unique operational characteristics. The development of the VVA-14 began in the 1960s, building on Bartini's earlier work on high-speed, long-range transport. Bartini's theoretical work on intercontinental transport led him to conclude that an amphibious aircraft with vertical takeoff and landing capabilities would be the optimal solution. This concept evolved from his previous projects, including the A-55, a supersonic flying boat bomber, and the MVA-62, an experimental seaplane. The VVA-14 was designed to operate as a conventional aircraft, a seaplane, and an ekranoplan, a ground-effect vehicle. The aircraft featured a high-wing design with a boat-like fuselage and pneumatic landing gear consisting of inflatable pontoons. This allowed it to take off and land on water, as well as operate from conventional airfields using a retractable wheeled landing gear borrowed from the Tu-22 bomber. The VVA-14's power plant was a complex combination of engines designed to provide both vertical lift and conventional flight. It featured two D30M turbofan engines mounted in nacelles above the wing for horizontal flight, and 12 RD36-35PR lift engines installed in the fuselage for vertical takeoff and landing. The lift engines were arranged in pairs with adjustable air intakes and exhaust nozzles. Additionally, the aircraft was equipped with an auxiliary power unit with a turbo compressor. The first prototype of the VVA-14 made its maiden flight on September 4, 1972, piloted by test pilot Yuri Mikhailovich Kuprianov. Initial tests demonstrated the aircraft's good handling characteristics and stability. However, due to delays in the development of the lift engines, the VVA-14 could not demonstrate its vertical takeoff and landing capabilities. As a result, the project was modified to convert the aircraft into an ekranoplan, designated as the 14M1P. In this new configuration, the VVA-14 conducted further tests in the Taganrog Bay of the Sea of Azov in 1976. The aircraft showed promising results in its ekranoplan mode, but the project ultimately faced significant challenges. The complex avionics and control systems, as well as the ongoing issues with the lift engines, led to the project's cancellation. After Bartini's death in 1974, work on the VVA-14 continued for 2 more years. The aircraft completed over 100 test flights, totaling 103 hours of flight time. Despite these efforts, the project was eventually halted, and the prototype was later transferred to the Central Museum of the Air Forces in Monino, where it remains on display today. In 2013, a volunteer foundation announced a restoration project for the VVA-14, and in 2019, a dedicated website was launched to document the restoration efforts. The VVA-14's innovative design and ambitious goals have secured its place in aviation history as one of the most fascinating and daring experimental aircraft of the Soviet era. Its unique combination of capabilities and unconventional design continue to captivate enthusiasts and inspire further exploration into the possibilities of amphibious and vertical takeoff and landing aircraft.